Well, from the drive-in back to Prince Edward County to now in downtown Belleville, where Jill Raycroft, the CEO of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce, is joining us. Of course, always very busy with summer events, but things looking very different right now. We're going to be talking about the Lions Club partnership with Your TV. Jill, can you walk us through concerts on the Bay and how we can all get through and watch them this year?
Yes, so we look at Waterfront and the Multicultural Festival as really focusing on two things. And one of those is music and the other one is food. So we'll talk about that in a moment and the history around it. But when we typically have all of our concerts during Waterfront at the Lions Pavilion, it occurred to us that this program that has been going on for so many years was also going to be at risk of being canceled. And we know how impacted the music industry is and performers have been because they can't perform live. So we approached Your TV with the idea that maybe if we were to record the scheduled concerts in advance in a private location, we could then broadcast them through Your TV. And they've given us the opportunity to also do that via internet through our YouTube channel. So then they'll start broadcasting on Sunday and Wednesday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m.
Perfect. So really looking forward to that and seeing the new bands as always and what you'll be bringing back. But further down the calendar, though, I guess a bit up actually, is July 10th and 12th. Normally we're down at Swix Park celebrating the Waterfront Multicultural Festival in its 42nd year, but this year you're throwing it back. Could you talk about curbside culture?
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, we're talking at a takeout food adventure, and we're reviving how the program actually started with a passport that would go to a variety of locations in the community where different countries would bring together their volunteer organizations. So the Quinte Ethnic Council started this 42 years ago, and it was really a celebration around food and the cultural diversity in our community. So now it's really amazing how over 42 years, a lot of those flavors have now migrated into restaurants. And it just so happens that most of them are offering pickup or takeout. So we thought, okay, if we can combine the COVID-friendly version of curbside pickup with a passport, we have 12 different venues who are going to be offering special menu items for that weekend, and we'll encourage people to go.
So with curbside culture, July 10th to 12th, anything we have to keep in mind or what you know of right now? Is the passport system something we can get on the website, or how is it going to work?
So we will have hard copies of those, but rather than getting a stamp, there will be a trivia question at each location. So you can write your own answer in, and that will allow you to submit your passport for a prize. And each of the participants have contributed a gift certificate. So that will kind of form the prize package. And we are looking at creating a fillable form online. So if you wanted to do it online and didn't pick it up, but there will be passports available at the log cabin, and we'll also have them at the various locations. But we're pretty excited that unfortunately we won't have the Polish, so the pierogies aren't going to be here. There's still one group that do it as a volunteer organization, but we're really excited to say that the Oriental Walk is going to be able to supply us with the momos that so many people love at that event, and the Chinese food dish. We have Thai food, we have chilangos, which really got their start with Waterfront. So 12 different locations are going to be featured for this event. So we're quite excited about that.
Excellent. Yes, and as we adjust to things right now, Canada Day is going to be a drive-through parade of sorts, but of course no big groups of people gathering, and it's very limited. Theme though this year, COVID-19 is saluting our frontline workers. So what else is in store for Canada Day right now?
So right now, that's what we're hoping. It's got to be a 20-car procession. So it's really just a drive-by. We are going to focus on the long-term healthcare homes, and we're going to be we'll go by the hospital just to kind of give a big shout and cheer. And we hope once we get the route posted, we hope people, if it's on there, if it's, by their front lawn, please come out and, cheer us on. It'll be 20 cars, red, white, black, gray, well decorated. We've got an open contest on for that right now. It ends on Friday, the 26th. So people can email Susan at bellevillechamber.ca to let them know if they're interested in participating. And we're hoping to have an extra little feature, but I haven't confirmed that yet. So.
Okay, but we do have an art contest for kids under 12?
That's right. So we also appreciate that in addition to the healthcare workers and frontline workers, there have been a lot of community heroes through this COVID process, whether it was a business that kept their employees working, whether it was somebody who continued to provide a service to the community and had to completely switch gears in how they delivered that service, or perhaps they completely switched to creating masks or built like P&G and Impacto, both transitioned their manufacturing lines to do something special. So we would like to encourage kids, and we're looking forward to their creativity about who they thought was a hometown hero or a community hero through this COVID process. And, you know, it might even be their teacher. So I think all of these people we can't forget that we've all been impacted by this economic shutdown and the challenges we've had in isolation. So we're looking forward to finding a way to celebrate everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, even if we do have to celebrate from a distance. Jill, as we close here as the CEO of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce, you're involved in so many things, and you and your fantastic organizing team are so at the front and center of Waterfront Multicultural Festival, but also really helping us shift to look at events a little bit differently. So with these new challenges, what are some of the things you've been reflecting on as we kind of slowly get back outside?
Well, I think one of the biggest things we didn't want to say was that we were canceling. And so we really looked at, and so many people were, and in the cabin, we were hearing about things closing and people suffering, and everybody just wanted to get out of isolation and get back to some sort of new normal, and what would that look like? So we really did put our thinking caps on. Fortunately, like I say, the history of the Multicultural Food Festival, the Ethnic Food Festival, gave us the inspiration to revive the passport program. So that was fantastic. The Lions Club already had a series of bands ready to go. So we were able to, with partnership with Your TV, make that happen. And, you know, people have been doing the drive-by parades for a while now. So we didn't really do anything that new. We just kind of took our events and tried to capture the essence of each of those in those iterations.
For more information, Jill, where can we go to get all the updates?
So we have websites for both Belleville Canada Day and Belleville Waterfront Festival, and that's where you'll get links to the information that's available about these events. Plus, follow us on our Facebook pages for those as well, because that's where you'll get details about everything. The route for the Canada Day drive-by will be posted there, and also all of the menu items and the locations for the passport and the takeout food adventure that we have with Curbside Culture.
Excellent. Once again, Jill Raycroft, the CEO of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce. Really appreciate your time. Thanks again to the new owners of the Mustang Drive-In in Prince Edward County and Ann Monroe with the City of Belleville, talking about pop-up shops by the bay. Lots to get through, even with some physical distancing and a bit challenge ahead. But once again, persevere, Belleville always again. Jill, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Lindsay, and Your TV.